Yes, my people, what's good? It is your favorite chalk boy, CKay, bar musician, bar producer, and you are now watching NojustOKTV. About CKay, CKay is an artist, CKay is a producer, CKay is a creative person. You know, I'm Igbo by tribe. You know, I came from Anambra State, but I grew up my whole life in Kaduna State. You know what I mean? I moved to Lagos 2014, November. I've been singing since I was a child, you know what I mean? I've been producing since the age of 12, you know. I'm a hustler, I actually, the funny thing about my story is I actually left my parents' house, like, prematurely, like, I basically ran away from home, simply put, you know what I mean? But, to chase my dream in Lagos, and, you know, one thing led to another, and here I am in Chocolate City. I just signed my contract with Chocolate City, and my first single, Nkechi Turn Up, is dropping soon in October. So basically in a nutshell, yeah. Okay, how did I find my passion for music and production? I guess my passion for music started from when I was really little, you know what I mean? I just had an affinity for music. Like, I just found myself naturally drawn to music, you know. I was always singing, you know, music I was listening to that time, Celine Dion, NSYNC, Westlife, Backstreet Boys, you know, I was listening to a lot of that at the time, and I was always singing. But my first contact with a musical instrument and creating actual music was from my dad. My dad is a doctor by profession, but he was also an Anglican choir master. So he taught me how to read standard notation and how to play the piano at the age of 7, 8, between 7 and 8. You know what I mean? So I started from there, and at the age of 12, I came in contact with an old friend who had started producing, you know what I mean? And at the time, I didn't know it was possible to like produce a whole instrumental track on a computer. You know, like I thought you had to like have all the instruments one by one and play them, you know what I mean? So when I discovered that, you know, I took like great interest, and I started learning how to produce, you know, and that was 2007, you know. I'd say my influences, I would say it started with Celine Dion, Backstreet Boys, NSYNC, Westlife, you know, those were my earliest influences, you know what I mean? I'm a 90s baby, so, you know, I won't say, and a little Michael Jackson's too, because at the time he was still, you know, quite relevant, you know, but mostly Celine Dion, Westlife, Backstreet Boys. Then as time went on, Beyonce, Shakira, Britney Spears, you know what I mean, then Chris Brown, then also some Nigerian influences too at the time, P-Square, FaZe, MI, Ice Prince, even Wizkid, you know what I mean, like, you know, I've had a lot of little influences here and there from all of these people, you know what I mean. In terms of production, I've been greatly inspired by Timbaland, Dark Child, Stargates, Scott Storch, DJ Mustard, and in Nigeria too, Don Jazzy, Mastercraft, and a host of others. I would say I'm much of both. Like, I can't tell you I'm much more of an artist or much more of a producer, because they're both two very interdependent parts of my personality, you know what I mean? I started singing first, you know, growing up, but as time went on, when I started creating music, it was until I started producing that I started like writing my own music and creating my own music. So I can't stop producing. Like, no matter how many songs I record, I still produce. Even when I work with other producers, you know, I still collaborate with them in the production. So, you know, there are two parts of me that I can't tell you this is stronger or this is more dominant. They're equally expressive in my character. Yeah, some of my works as a producer, I'd say my first debut as a producer in Chocolate City was Third Mainland Bridge by MI and Multicakes, of the first TICBN album. Then I went on to produce on Orishafemi's album as well, Zangariwa featuring Skills. I produced Idris Abdulkarim, Telemundo featuring MI. I produced Files featuring Coker, Get Out Here at the time. I produced Ice Prince featuring Corey Bello, CKay. I produced Coca, Give Them. I produced Dice Ale's Miracle, you know. And my first single, I co-produced it as well. Produced by Temple, and I co-produced it. How I got signed into Chocolate City. I first signed as a producer. This was in 2015, late 2015. It all started with, you know, a friend of mine took me to Chocolate City office at the time in 2014. So I met with Multicakes, who was the A&R for music at the time. he was also the guy on Bad Belle. I mean, MI's Bad Belle. So, I met him at the time. Played my music. He liked my vibe. He liked everything I was doing, and he was like, okay, um, let's do some work. So I started producing and writing songs with him and Price at the time. So, we worked on a couple songs. Third Mainland Bridge was one of them. So MI heard that song later on, and Moti told me, yo, MI heard the beat of the song. I really liked it, and he wants to meet you and everything. So that was when we started working on the TICBN album. So that was when I met MI, and we hit it off from there. He liked my vibe. I also liked the vibe of Chocolate City at the time. So the relationship started, and in a couple months, I was offered a contract as a producer, and I signed that. After that, I started to, I was writing songs, doing a lot of indoor stuff. Then I started taking it outdoor, performing at events, doing media, doing one or two things, you know what I mean? And the company also started to take notes and, take me seriously as an artist until they offered me another contract as an artist, which I have also signed. If I was given an opportunity to choose one between production and artistry, which would it be? It's a very difficult question, to answer. In Nigeria, first of all, royalties, publishing, and some other things, and they're not very structured, as they are in the Western world and everything. So I think producers sometimes don't get what they deserve. Producers are very hardworking, and they make the music that the artist sings on. I mean, like without the instrumental, you can't just sing an a cappella song and put out. Of course you can, but especially in Nigeria where our music is mostly dance inclined and mostly instrumental based. I mean, the producer plays a very important role, and producers make a lot of money in Nigeria. And producers are becoming brands. I mean, like I love what Don Jazzy, the brand he created for himself. I love it and I respect its mastercraft. Producers are shooting videos these days and everything. But I would say I'll be an artist, and here's why. Because being an artist, I mean, I could do my thing, but I could still, share my ideas with producers, and express myself. I could still be an instrumentalist. I could know how to play an instrument, and still contribute in my production. But yeah, I'd say I'll be an artist. The music I love to do is mostly high life in nature. High life is a very broad word, you know what I mean? But I would just say my sound is very, as an Igbo boy, you know what I mean? My sound is very Igbo influenced. So my music has been influenced by a lot of traditional music growing up and a lot of Western music. I'm actually very versatile. I do different styles of music. I do R&B, I do new school R&B, I do high life, and stuff. But I'd say, as an artist, predominantly my sound is high life in nature. How I relate with my fellow label mates. First of all, I don't see, where there's no competition, what I mean? We're all family. Even before I signed as an artist, everybody has been, we're all cool. We're all friends. We're all family. From MI. MI is someone I respect very much. Is my Oga at the top. Ice Prince, Jesse. They're like big brothers to me. Coker, Dice, we're all guys. We're all friends. Even outside music, what I mean? We're all friends. And, I'm happy for everybody's success. And, I see it as motivation, what I mean? When you see your brother succeeding, I guess it motivates you to work harder to succeed too, what I mean? So it's all love. As an artist and a producer, my plans on taking this to the next level, I'd say I'm very big on making quality music, what I mean? Because a lot of people be like, oh, Nigerian music is not great. Oh, they don't like Nigerian music because they say Nigerian music, people don't have content. People just say anything they like and people just want to dance, what I mean? I'd say as an artist, I'm trying to make music that actually makes sense as well, what I mean? Like, of course, music that's fun, music that helps people turn up and have fun, but as well, I would say the thing I'm bringing to the table is bringing music that is musically sound and actually makes sense in terms of songwriting and all that, vocals and all those things. Then also as a producer, the sounds, some sounds I'm used to producing are not very common in the Nigerian market, like hip hop, new school hip hop, new school R&B are not very popular in the Nigerian music industry right now. But I'd say as a producer, that's one thing I'd say I'm bringing to the table that's new. You know what I mean? And also, in terms of the high life music, it's very, it's a lot of people have been doing high life for years. You know what I mean? People like, much respect to them, Flavor, KC, Harry Songs. They're really doing a good job. And I'd say, I'm going to be, riding on their shoulders. You know what I mean? Because they're like my predecessors. So my first official single, Nkechi, coming soon, October. It's it's a very beautiful song. I got Nedu on Wazobia FM on it, you know what I mean, with his Nkechi character. He's got his kid on the song, you know what I mean. Great song, produced by Tempo and myself, you know what I mean. Mixed and mastered by Dapo on the mix. He's our newest engineer in Chocolate City. Very great engineer, you know what I mean. It's a fusion of Afrobeats, high life, and Al Qaeda sound from Ghana, So it's a very, it's got a blend of different things, you know what I mean. And I'm very excited to put it out. It's my first official single on the Chocolate City, and I'm very excited to put it out, and share it with the world. How does religion come to play in my music? First of all, for the record, I'm a Christian by religion. Being a Christian is a lifestyle. You know, what I mean, I think it reflects in everything I do. God brought me here. As I'm here today, is God's doing and everything. As far as how it relates to my music, like I said earlier, being a Christian is a lifestyle. It's a set of ideals you carry with you. It's a way of life. So I think, my music, I sing about life. I sing about my experiences as a human being. I sing about what I'm going through as a human being. So, I'd say, as a Christian, me being a Christian and my lifestyle being, influenced by the fact that I'm a Christian, I'd say it has a lot to do with my music. Not that I'm a gospel artist or something, but like I said, I personally, I don't want to delve too much into religion on this interview, but what I just say is a lot of people see religion as, a set of do's and don'ts, you know what I mean? And I don't see religion like that. I see religion as, is a belief in God that you serve. And, for me as a Christian, I see Christianity as a lifestyle, like it's not a list of do's and don'ts, you know what I mean? So it's a perspective on life, is a set of beliefs. And, I don't have to sing gospel songs before I'm a Christian, you know what I mean? So, yeah, artists outside the Chocolate City fold I love to work with. I think I would definitely love to work with Wizkid, you know what I mean? Like, I'm a big fan. I've been a big fan of Wizkid since, I was in school, you know what I mean? And I've got a lot of respect for what he does. I've got a lot of love for his music and his hard work, I love to work with Davido as well. I love to work with Flavor. I'd love to work with Harry Songs, KC, you know what I mean? I'd love to work with Timaya. I really love to work with Timaya, Like, these are like giants in the industry, and and I personally am a fan of these people. So, okay, one song I'd say I really wish I produced was Kolewerk by Coca. Like, I really love that song. It was produced by Reinhard, by the way. You know what I mean? But like, I really love the beat. Like, it's so innovative. It's so different. It's so like, it's like a mixture. Is predominantly like Al Qaeda sound. You know what I mean? But what Reinhard did with it was like really amazing. And I'm just like, why didn't I think of that? You know what I mean? Like, every time I hear the song in the club, I'd be like, oh my God, like, why didn't I think of that? So yeah, that's a song I wish I produced. My relationship with other producers, yeah, I have a very good relationship, you know what I mean? Reinhard and I, we're very close friends, you know what I mean? We actually live like right next to each other. My house is right next to his and everything, you know what I mean? Chopsticks is like a big brother to me, you know what I mean? We're cool. E. Kelly, I've not met E. Kelly, although he's not currently in the family, you know what I mean? But I've not met him personally, but I really respect him, you know what I mean? Emma is also a producer, although many people don't know that, so I have a good relationship with Emma as well, much respect to him, much love for him. Same with Jesse too. Jesse is a great, talented producer, and I've got a lot of respect for him. Ilkeys as well. We're all family now. I mean, like, as producers, we always work together, hang out now and then, and everything. So yeah. Once again, it is your favorite chalk boy, CKay, bad musician, bad producer, representing Chocolate City. My first single under Chocolate City, Nkechi Turn Up, dropping soon. October, you know what I mean? Get it when it drops. Watch the video when it comes out, you know what I mean? Follow me on social media. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat at CKAY_YO, you know what I mean? Let's connect, let's talk, let's vibe. Shout out to NojustOKTV. Holding the game down for 10 years. It's not beans, you know what I mean? Respect to you guys. Bless.